There's one moment from when I was 13 that still haunts me. Not because something terrible happened, but because nothing happened. In the grand scheme of things, telling someone that you like them isn't a big thing, but to a 13-year-old, I guess it's the end of the world if it doesn't go the way they want it. It all started when I transferred schools. I was very nervous on the first day because where I'm from, most people go to the same school from first grade until they graduate and move on to the next step. So transferring schools in 7th grade wasn't common. It was always huge news to the class that was welcoming a new classmate, so I had every right to be nervous. I was athletic when I was young. I used to play football, and the school I transferred to was a sports school. In the 7th grade, there were two classes, A and B. Class A had all the sporty people in it who were all competing in something at some level, and Class B, well, was just a normal class. Since I got there later than usual, Class A was already full and I was put into Class B, and this was a huge loss for me, but I'm getting off topic at this point. In Class B is where I met the girl, who, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna call Viv. She was the girl who I later started liking. It was hard not to. A year went by and everyone got used to me, and I also got used to the new school and all the new people. In this 1 year, Viv and I started talking and we got to know each other. We would hang out all the time, in, before, and even after school. It was a friend group of the three of us, Viv, her best friend, and I. We would meet on the weekends too, just to go and hang out, doing whatever we felt like doing. Most of the time, we would hang out around playgrounds where we would play on the swings and such while we would just talk about things. All the time we spent together and all the memories we made got me to like her eventually. I even hugged her, which was a huge deal for me as a 13-year-old. At least that's how it was back then. And if you're wondering about her best friend, she had a boyfriend who we would also just hang out with from time to time, so it wasn't really an awkward triangle between us, to be honest. We were all just good friends. A lot has happened since I transferred to this school. I've met a ton of amazing people, I've made some great friends, and I eventually got feelings for Viv. At this point, we were at the end of the 8th grade, which is when we would all graduate and go on our own ways. Graduation eventually arrived, and this whole time I didn't tell her I liked her, and I wasn't really sure why. I wanted her to know. I was just, I don't know, too scared to tell her. What if she doesn't like me back? What if we stop talking? What if this and that, and just a lot of what ifs. The school had a graduation party afterwards, and the whole thing felt like a movie. It lasted a while, and Viv decided to go home a bit earlier. I offered to walk her home since the school was really close to where we lived, and I just wanted to spend some more time with her before we stopped seeing each other as much since school was over. On the way home to her house, there was a drained fountain with some benches around it, which we stopped at just to chill before she headed home. I remember I was just messing around in the fountain while she was sitting on the bench. I was going to tell her. I wanted to let her know I liked her, but I kinda went silent. I was fidgeting around in the fountain, stepping up on the edge and walking left and right before jumping back down. She asked me, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Nothing." Then I kept being silent. At one point, I opened my mouth to say it, and nothing came out. My heart was racing. She asked me what's up a few more times, and looking back, I think she knew what I wanted to say, and maybe she wanted me to say it. And that's why she kept asking me to spit it out. But I didn't. It felt like time slowed down around us, like we were in a bubble. It was so silent since it was pretty late at this point, but at the same time, I remember hearing crickets in the area. We hung around a little longer before she headed home, and I also went home. To this day, I regret not telling her what I felt, and to think I will never find out what could have happened feels worse than just saying it and then her saying she doesn't feel the same way towards me. Yeah, sure, it would have hurt, but eventually I would have come to terms with it. Not long after that, I moved to another country, and while we talked once or twice the next week online, I haven't talked to her ever since that day. I think I wasn't scared of her saying no. I was scared of things changing, because as long as I didn't say anything, I could pretend I still had a chance. So if you're still here and listening, tell the person you like what you feel about them, because the worst case isn't them telling you that they don't like you. It's you not telling them at all and regretting it for the rest of your time, even when it doesn't matter anymore. I upload every Friday, so subscribe if you want to listen to more random topics or stories from me. and thank you for being here.